Jussie Smollett from Empire was the victim of a brutal, heinous hate crime in Chicago early Tuesday morning. Here's what we know. Jussie was out at around 2 a.m., went to a Subway restaurant to get some food. When he walked out, two men approached him, two men, white men.
Cracker ass cracker.
They used a homophobic slur.
White man, motherfucker.
They used the N-word.
And that's what y'all are taught to do, to be demons. So in this particular way, white people are all racist.
When Jussie turned around, they jumped him and brutally beat the hell out of him. He broke ribs. They also poured bleach on him during the attack and put a noose around his neck.
Wow, that is very interesting. Please tell me more.
As the men fled, they yelled, "This is MAGA country."
A black man is apparently behind the racist graffiti at Eastern Michigan University. Police say 29-year-old Eddie Curlin spray painted a hate message on the outside of a dormitory in September 2016. A month later, he wrote a racist message in a men's bathroom stall. The racist graffiti sparked a march across campus in a small silent protest. Curlin is a former student who attended the school.
The other thing we know is that about 8 days ago, Jussie got a letter that was sent to Fox Studios in Chicago. He shoots Empire there in Chicago. It was addressed to him, and it said, "You will die, black," and then they used a homophobic slur. That was sent to him, and the letter, the envelope, said MAGA on it. So there are some really scary details here about this.
Be afraid. Be very afraid.
What's up, everyone? Welcome to my channel, and today I want to talk about the new MAGA hate crime that just supposedly happened organically out of nowhere. Supposedly this guy's name is Jussie. I doubt that's what it says on his birth certificate, but apparently he was attacked at 2 a.m. in Chicago by two white guys in ski masks. Of course, he knows they're white even though they're wearing ski masks somehow, who threw bleach on him and then called him the N-word and I guess some gay slurs, and then put a noose around his neck. Now, let me tell you something. I've been to Chicago. I've been to the outer boroughs of Chicago, and you ain't walking, especially if you're white, you ain't walking around there at 2 a.m., first of all. Two, people are already talking about the temperature. They said the bleach would be frozen at that temperature, so that's made up. Three, he says he's going to get a hero at Subway, and the fucking Subways, people were Googling Subway all day today, and they close at like 9 p.m. over there. This is so full of shit, because the whole hoax that they set up with the MAGA kid that they wanted to use to slander Trump supporters blew up in their face because people showed the real clip. And then, of course, then they don't give the same outrage to the other side. They just, sweep it under the rug, and then they go to work and they try to think of the next thing. And here you go. This guy just pops up now, and he took himself to the hospital. And why'd they do it? So they could run their anti-Trump supporter stories all day. They all them news. That's how they do it. They have their stories already ready to go. And then they'll run it all day everywhere on TMZ and CBS and NBC, and everyone will get their 2 minutes of hate out, and oh my God, Trump supporters are so bad, and they get to fill that need. I swear, everyone should be required to read the book 1984. We're literally living it. Then, like all the other ones, it comes out that it's most likely false and none of the things add up. And then they just sweep down the rug, and then they go on to the next thing. And almost no one gets to hear it debunked. And it doesn't matter. The damage is already done. Like that fake news story with Alexandria Ocasio dancing. Oh, new outrage, or Trump supporters are outraged over her dancing in a video when she was in college. Meanwhile, no one ever saw that video. No one was outraged. No one even cared. Watch the video. Who cares? She's just dancing in the video. Who the fuck would ever care about that? But it was started by a page the Twitter page that was just made that very night, does their first post, which, miraculously gets hundreds of views of him hating on Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez. Within a couple hours, there's all these stories written. So within a couple hours, they saw this Twitter page that had just been created. Somehow they saw this post, got to their office, wrote a whole thing up, and sent out 50 articles. Oh, how crazy Trump supporters are. Why are they obsessed with her? Oh, my God, all this stuff. It's like, They just make stuff up. It's just slander and slander and slander and slander. This is Saul Alinsky tactics. This goes back to Edward Bernays. It's just a known thing. If you slander your opponent and 10 million people get that message out, when it is debunked, maybe a fraction, maybe 100,000 people will hear that it's debunked. So it doesn't matter that it was fake. And they know that because 9,900,000 people don't know it's fake, and they still got the same thing, and it's just one of the million different things to add to the list of why they hate or why they think they hate this said person. So anyway, this new attack is fake also. Don't you believe it for 1 second. And great job, everyone, ripping it up all day today on the internet. Where we go one, we go all.
I found to be almost unstable. And I watched this today because I was watching between Pizzagate and Anthony Weinergate. I found Anthony Weinergate to be a terrible situation. He obviously knows it's him. I said, how could a plane, even a 767 or 747 or whatever it might have been, how could it possibly go through this deal? I happen to think that they had not only a plane, but they had bombs that exploded almost simultaneously, because I just can't imagine anything being able to go through that wall.
Just last month, the Lawyers Committee for the 9/11 inquiry, in connection with some of the victims' family members, filed a petition with the U.S. Attorney General, and the U.S. Attorney General just approved that petition. So we may get a grand jury investigation into the World Trade Center collapse, if you will.